Hi, my name is Jules and today I am going to discuss the Fibonacci sequence with you all and how we can create a fun and engaging math lesson in the classroom. So there are lots of hidden numbers in this world when we walk outside that we don't even recognize, and in combination this is called the Fibonacci sequence. So the Fibonacci sequence, or the beginning of the Fibonacci sequence, is 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, etc. So the way we get this sequence is we add the first number plus the second, which equals the third. Then we add the second and the third, which equals the fourth. Then we add the third and the fourth, which equals the fifth, and so on. So I'm just going to put up a picture just to describe or show a visual of how this sequence works, and then we will get stuck into the maths activity. And the materials that we will need in this initial discussion would be images, just like the ones beside me, of flower petals, pine cones, cauliflower florets, and the nautilus shell. And I guess what we want to do is frame the activity with a strong link to real life context, which allows the children to engage more as they understand and can visualize the numbers in these images which they are familiar with. So what we want to do is keep the children engaged as much as possible and have them wanting to ask questions and wanting to know about the Fibonacci sequence. It's a very inviting topic and it's exciting if you make it exciting. So producing good eye contact and great tone in your voice. And so what we want to do initially is to write that beginning sequence on the board. So maybe we can stop at the number 8. So we can write up 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, and then do a dash and a dash, and have that discussion with the children. So allow them to have a look at this sequence before telling them the rule, and allowing them to try and figure out what comes next and why it comes next, and see if they can figure out that it's the addition of the previous two numbers, which creates the next number. After that discussion has been had, what you can do is separate the children into groups and give them a certain image. So for example, one children can have an image of the cauliflower floret, another group of children can have the image of the pine cones and the petal leaves and the nautilus shell. And what we can do is ask particular questions. So can you identify any number patterns in these images, and is there a reoccurring shape, and why do you think there's a reoccurring shape in these patterns in nature? So having the children working in groups relates to the theory of social constructivism, which allows the children to work amongst themselves and throw across ideas at each other, and put forth their way of thinking, and does it make sense, and have the other children there assisting along the way. So this obviously promotes a lot of discussion, a lot of self-thought, a lot of creative ideas coming alight within these groups. So after we've finished the group discussion activity, what we can proceed into is the exciting art activity of creating a Fibonacci pattern. And the children, as explored through pictures, will have an idea of the perfection of nature and how beautiful it is, and to create one themselves, it would be very exciting. So with the Fibonacci sequence of 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on, we are going to create the golden rectangle, and then the children are going to decorate this golden rectangle as they wish. clear the activity, now's a good time to reflect with the children on what they have learnt during this session through the hands-on experience of the art activity and the board activity, and just see what knowledge they've gained. As a follow-up, you can always ask them when they get home to have a look in their garden and see what other wonders of nature throw out the Fibonacci sequence. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and thank you.